In this video, I'm going to show you how I maintain my pipes. Hello pipers, and welcome to another bite-sized Tortuga Estate video. This is probably going to be the last video from the beginner series. So far we've seen how to choose your first pipe, how to pack it with tobacco, how to light it, tamp it and smoke it, and now we're just gonna see how you maintain or clean your pipe after you've smoked it. Anyway, if you haven't checked the other videos, I'm gonna put a link somewhere on top to the whole playlist where you can watch or share it with a beginner. Hopefully we have some top view. Hello. So this was the pipe that I used in the last videos. It is my Upshaw grade A, and I've intentionally left also the rim quite dark or with a lot of residue because I want to show you how to deal with it. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to take your tamper or pipe tool and get a pick. Grab your favorite ashtray, and here comes the first big rule. Please don't smack your pipe anywhere on any hard surfaces just to take the ashes out. But I'm gonna add even one more level. For example, my ashtray has either a cork or a coconut, how do you call it, bumper, whatever, something that you can smack your pipe on. Don't do it. It's completely unnecessary. What you want to do is take your pick and just take out the dowel. That's a funny word and I'm not sure if I'm using it properly, but at the bottom of the pipe you're gonna get some either only ashes or there's gonna be a little bit of unsmoked tobacco, and we just dump it, right? We just dump it. We use the pick to take most of it. That's what I was left, basically white ash, which is again something that you're gonna see a lot of people praise. If you can smoke a pipe until it has only white ashes, I'm telling you, don't care about this. Like even to a point, like you should be smoking your pipe as much as possible. Like it's not as good for your pipe if you just smoke like half a bowl, always half a bowl, then yeah. But even to the point where it's probably good to leave a little bit of tobacco on the bottom. This, especially if you're like a beginner, this way you make sure that you don't damage the heel of your pipe. With that out of the way, I like to take a pipe cleaner and fold it in half, right? And the sturdier the pipe cleaner, the better. And what I do now is I just go inside and I start just brushing the sides and the bottom of the pipe. So what we're doing right now is we're taking care of all of the loose ashes on the sides, and then we dump it again, and as you can see, a lot more fine ash came out. So this is stage one, and this is actually something that a lot of people don't do properly, and I'm gonna tell you why it matters. Because if you just dump your ashes and leave the pipe like this, you're gonna create a cake layer, which I guess I should make another video on a cake layer and what a cake layer is. But you're gonna leave a cake layer that is very crumbly, very loose, and we want a very tight and dense cake layer, and this is the way to do it. So you get rid of all of the loose ashes, and then you grab paper towel, kitchen paper, whatever it is, and you put it inside, and you just spin the pipe around a little bit. And here I'm using quite a lot of force, so here we want to take off even more of the loose ashes, right? And something like this will come out. And with this, we're basically done with cleaning the chamber. The next part would be the rim of the pipe. I don't know if you can see, but mine, it would even look like it's burnt, and I'm gonna show you that it isn't. What you want to do is take a Q-tip and put some saliva on it. Actually saliva, there's alcohol that could help with this kind of residue, but we have some special enzymes in our saliva that work perfectly for those kinds of tars and residues. And also you're going to see on mine, most of that residue comes, sorry if it focus, comes on this, on the back side, on the bottom. And there's a very good reason for it. I smoke my pipe like this, so heat, smoke comes out more on the back side. So you put some saliva on it and you just start rubbing off the tars, and you can already see that they go out. It's a little bit hard to do it on both cameras, and this is just with one go. And I haven't cleaned the rim on this pipe like on purpose for probably like 15 bowls, so that was like 15 bowls worth of residue, so it might take more. Usually if you do this every single time, it will take just one Q-tip and a lot less effort than this. And as you can see, the whole black spot that was in there, it's basically gone. Now let me just do another one. You can even hear it squeaking. And that's basically good enough for now. Oh, I completely forgot to tell something very important. Do not do this while the pipe is still hot, because we have all kinds of different materials and they react to heat and they expand with heat, and you might damage your pipe. So I would do this at least like half an hour after the pipe has been smoked. Like usually I do it like almost an hour. And unless it's a spigot or an army. So before I show you how to safely take off the stem on a pipe, let me just show you with an army. Here we have a Peterson Premier or Star system, and you don't want to just pull it out. What you want to do is put a little bit of rotation. But specifically with armies and spigots, sometimes if you don't clean it as often, or it's just sometimes it will not even spin. So what you can do then is shimmy it a little bit left and right, and this will loosen it enough for you to take it out. So that was the army. Oop, don't fall. And here is the spigot. Again, those are like rotating quite well, but you can just shimmy them a little bit and then rotate and they will come off. All right, so with your pipe, if it's a regular or a traditional pipe, what you want to do is don't grab the bowl over here and the stem over here. What you want to do is you want to grab the shank as close as possible to the stem, and you want to grab the stem as close as possible to the shank, and then we rotate. You rotate a little bit, you rotate, and we take it out. The first thing that I do is I take care of the stem. Just put those aside. I grab my piece of paper and I just press the stem on the paper and I rotate, and I get all the residue from the inside of the tannin. I don't know which camera we're looking at, but that's good enough. And then I grab a pipe cleaner and I like to run it through this side, like from the side of the tannin, and I like to turn it around and go from the other side. And as you can see, we got some residue, and the second one is quite clean. Then what I like to do is fold it in half, like very tightly, and put it in the opening, the slit, and I like to clean everything on the inside there. All right, so next step is the stem itself. I like to get a cotton pad, just like this, cotton pad, dip it in a little bit of alcohol. You can, like for this one, you could use any alcohol you want, like even like vodkas or like liquor, it will work. and I just want to like not really disinfect it, but I just want to get rid of some saliva residues that if you leave them, they're just gonna gunk up your stem. I like to clean my tenon off and put my stem aside. All right, let me just close this. So my stem is so far cleaned. Then about the rest of the pipe. Now, again, I grab a pipe cleaner and I push it. Now the chamber is completely clean, not completely clean, but clean. And I rotate, push inwards and outwards. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of residue coming out. Then I turn the pipe cleaner to the other side and I continue doing this. And the second part is already a lot cleaner. Then we grab another one and we continue cleaning, and this is getting already quite cleaner. Now I'll not go too much and too advanced in this video, but I will link another video, again left right, where I explain how you can do it even better, more advanced. It takes a lot more effort. A lot of people think that it's not worth it, but yeah. And again, look at the video. I explained I don't use it every single time, but I also like to use Q-tips for the mortise of my pipe because they just pick up more. All right, I don't know if you can see, but we get a little bit of residue. And basically that's clean. So we're almost done. Now what I like to do with my pipe after I'm done, because you touch it a lot, like if depending on what kind of finish it has, if it has like carnauba wax will heat up, it will absorb in the briar, it will absorb in your hands, and it will leave like some areas that are more shiny, others not so much. So what I like to do, let me just move those a little bit away, is I like to grab a microfiber cloth and basically run the whole pipe with quite a lot of pressure with the microfiber cloth. And if you do this every single time, you're gonna get such a nice satin matte finish to your pipe. It's not really matte, but it's like satin. It's not going to be like ultra shiny. I don't know, maybe you like that style, but I love my pipes to look like pipes, to look like pipes that have been loved quite a lot, and to get their patina. Now you can use every type of cloth, and it doesn't even have to be microfiber, but I'll give you the two that I think are a lot better than anything else, and they're very specific ones. So this, in my opinion, is the best one you can get. And it is I also ride motorcycles, so in Germany, in Munich, we have a motorcycle store called Lewis, and they sell this specific overpriced microfiber cloth. It costs like 10 or 15 euros, and it's called das Tuch, which literally means the towel. And it is the one towel to rule them all. It is absolutely amazing, and it does its job perfectly. And I will show you the other one too. And then I also like to go with the microfiber cloth over my stem. And let me show you the other one. This is one that I haven't seen. Maybe it's discontinued, but it is Stanwell towel pipe cloth, and it has either 2 or 4 different surfaces. As you can see, it's been used quite a lot. And let's say that there are 4. So we have this side, which is a little bit more rough and coarse, and then we have the more plush one. And what this cloth will do, I like to think, what was it? I like to think that the green is the rougher one. I might be wrong, but I'll take the green, more coarse one. And again, here I'm gonna put quite a lot of pressure. But what this towel will do is it will actually bring up some shine in the wood. The microfiber doesn't, but this one specifically actually brings a little bit more shine, and it is a very natural shine, very matte shine. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, because matte and shine are like different stuff, but yeah. So I went through the coarse green part, then I do the coarse light part, and here, as I said, I'm applying quite a lot of pressure, and this is like the rim. And don't get me wrong, I don't do this on every single bowl, on every single pipe. I'm just showing you what's the best way to do it, and you decide how worth it is. So then I switch up to the more plush green side, and this one should shine the pipe even more. Okay. And last, I switch to the more plush white side, or cream, or whatever, light side. I don't use this on the stem. I don't feel that it has the same effect on the stem. All right, so now we put the stem back, and I just go again with the Tastuch, with the towel, and we end up having a beautiful finish to our pipe. Our pipe is now completely clean. Sorry. Let me see if I catch the light. Our pipe is now completely clean. I guess I could have done a better job on the rim, but that's good enough. And it's not only clean, but this way you're gonna be working the proper way towards a very healthy cake layer, and you're gonna see that once you create that cake layer, the pipe will completely transform. It will become a lot better than it was in the beginning. Now, last but not least, I've gotten some questions of how do I store my pipe so it maintains this well looking. And what people mean most of the time when they ask this question, they're talking about their vulcanite stems. And just shortly, vulcanite oxidizes with air, when it's in contact with air and with light. So you have a choice here. What I do, I like to display my pipes. I like to see my pipes, so I just leave them on a nice pipe stand and enjoy looking at them. But this means that I'll have to deoxidize my stem more often than other people. What you also can do is just put it in the box again if you'd like to preserve it for as long as possible. And as a bonus, I just want to show you something very interesting, and it is a first ever prototype of a Tortuga Estate product, and it's basically like a sleeve. I like to call it a nightcap for your pipe, and the goal is for it to preserve the vulcanite on your pipe while you can still display your pipe on a stand. I designed this product, I developed this product, but we just couldn't bring it to a point where I was happy with the product, and the price could have been like low enough, because this is like very expensive, very fancy leather, thick lamb leather. It's completely handmade in Germany, and just the price was too high. I would love to have like 200 of those for my collection, but even for me, just paying the labor and the materials, it was already too expensive. And if it has to be sold to people, and especially like worldwide, it would have been like way too like unreasonably expensive. But I really like how it looks. It even has like a silver turtle on it. It's a very fancy product, but yeah, unfortunately, probably we're not gonna see it realized anytime soon. So I guess that's it. Check out the other video where we talk more about the alcohol and maybe like a more occasional, once a month, deeper clean of the pipes. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.